My name is Kayla. Thank you for taking the time to share this practice with me today. Welcome to my jerry-rigged space. I'm sure some of you are working with makeshift spaces as well. So before we get started, go ahead and set the tone for your practice. If you like lights dimmed or oils diffusing, go ahead and do so. Maybe some soft music playing in the background if that's your jam. When you're ready, we're going to start in a comfortable seat on your mat. You can either use blocks or a blanket to kind of help elevate your hips a little bit. It allows us to achieve that nice long spine and natural curvature. And once you've gotten settled in, go ahead and just close your eyes. Taking some nice deep breaths. And with each breath, allowing the shoulders to relax even more. As you breathe in something negative or something from your day that's not serving you. Breathe it in, big inhale. As you exhale, let that go out through the mouth. Send it on its way. Good, big inhale. Find something else. Pick out something you don't want to think about. Exhale. Let that go. Watch it dissipate in the air, just like your breath. And if that's feeling pretty good, you have some more that you'd like to expel, I invite you to just take a few more of those big breaths, gathering in that negativity, exhaling it out. And when you feel like you've gotten all of that out, or at least as much as you can, go ahead and come to a comfortable breathing pace. And allow it to turn to normal. Allowing yourself to just be in this space. Be in this moment, be in this practice with me. And be gentle with yourself, with whatever might come up for you today. There's a lot of intensity going on in the world, so it's okay to acknowledge any feelings that might be coming up. Maybe it's feelings of gratitude. Maybe it's feelings of anger or fear. Maybe it's feelings of joy. Whatever you're feeling, allow it to take space in your body. Giving yourself permission to just feel and just be. When you're ready, we can start to open the eyes if you haven't done so already. And you can start to gently invite some movement back into the body. Maybe you want to kind of start with some shoulder rolls. You can squeeze those shoulders up to the ears. Maybe you just want to roll those wrists out. Maybe a couple neck rolls, whatever is feeling good to you today. Go ahead and just honor your body. Maybe you're doing a combination of a lot of things and you look a little silly like I do. Good, all right, so once you've got out some of those little fidgets, let's bring the palms to the knees, face up. As we inhale, we're gonna draw the fingers together to make a fist. Let's squeeze the shoulders up to the ears, maybe even a little lean forward, big inhale. Exhale, let those shoulders fall back, open up the palms. Good, squeeze it in, big inhale. Exhale, let that go, open it up. Good, inhale, bring those hands to the third eye. It's that place in between the brow, kind of in that little divot in the forehead there. Allow the shoulders to remain relaxed. In a world full of uncertainty, we use our wisdom as guidance to aid our logic, to aid us in making the right decisions. Bringing those hands down to your heart space, open up the fingers, come into your Lotus Mudra. In order to grow, we must get through all the mud and the dirt. From that dirt, we grow beauty. Beautiful. Relax those hands, palms back up. And just start to take the right ear to the right shoulder. Allow that left side to be long here in the neck and shoulder. And sweeping that through to the other side. Left ear, left shoulder. Maybe you can even tilt the chin up towards the ceiling and or sky, and then take it to the other side. Allowing yourself an extra moment on those areas of tension. And once you've done that left side last time, allow the chin to come to the chest, nice tall spine, allow that back of the neck to be long. Beautiful, inhale, raise those arms up overhead, plug those shoulders down into the sockets, and let that right hand come out to the side. Stretch that left hand towards the right here, really plugging that left hip into the mat or blocks. Like it. Good. Inhale. Sweep that up overhead. We'll meet towards the left. Stretching that right body long. Good. Keep it going side to side a little bit. Let's do 2 more on each side. And allow those left fingertips to stay out wide. Right fingertips can come out too. And we'll just gently start to take the ribs over towards that right arm. And we'll move through the center, squeezing towards the left. So we're drawing the ribs towards the left, squeezing the right oblique. Good. Moving through center, take that right to left a few times. Using those intercostals as obliques. And then when you're ready, you can release that. Bring those palms to the knees, this time face down. You can grab the knees for traction. And we'll just gently start to make some circles with the rib cage. Kind of feeling all of those sections of the core start to open up here a little bit, including the back body. do a few on one side, switch to do the other. Circle it out. Last time. And then allow that circle to bring you all the way back. So we're going to bring the belly button to the spine, really round the spine, draw those shoulders down. Keeping those elbows squeezing into the rib cage, draw those shoulders back, gaze lifts. Good, releasing that, go ahead and walk the hands forward, meet me in your first tabletop. I'm going to turn to the side for you. So spread those fingers nice and wide. Keep that core engagement and allow the hips to track over the knees. And you can just start to invite in some movement here. Maybe you can do a few cow, a few cat. We are going to be building some heat today, folks, so if there's something that is not feeling good to you, please feel free to completely disregard and do what works best for you. I'll offer a few modifications, but you're not governed by that. You can do your own modifications if you know you like something better than what I'm offering. Good. Go ahead and sink those hips back. Come into that first child's pose. Whatever child's pose you like is fine. If you like to have the knees out a little bit further, or if you like to have something propped up under the neck, under the head to release the neck. And you can also have like a blanket under the legs to make this a little bit easier on the knees and ankles. And I don't want you to get too awfully comfortable yet, so you can start to just take those hips left to right, invite some movement into your child's pose. And then as far as you can go, walk those hands forward, and then we're going to start to shift the weight, stack the heels over the balls of the feet, teeny little tuck in the pelvis, come into your first plank. Hold here for a moment, building up some of that heat. And after a moment, go ahead, bring those elbows in towards the rib cage, drop it all the way down to your belly. Inhale, melt the chest off of the mat, back bend of your choice. I encourage just a cobra at this point. And exhale, lower that chest down. Tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back. Come into your first downward facing dog. And let's hang out here in our first down dog for just a few minutes. You can shake the head, yes. Shake it, no. Pedal those feet out, maybe sway those hips side to side. Good, shift that weight forward, back to your plank. This time you can go through a chaturanga or chaturanga variation with the knees down. And then come into the back bend of your choice. Good, take those hips back, child's pose. You can shift it out, rock it right to left, invite some movement into your child's pose. And go ahead, bring the gaze between the hands, shift the weight forward, back to that plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press those heels into the mat, really lift that tailbone high, keep that core engagement in the lower belly. Press that mat away, allow the shoulders to draw down the spine. shoulder blades, I should say. Good. Go ahead and plant that left heel as much as you can, pressing the heel towards the mat. Big inhale, float those right toes up towards the ceiling. Really using that right glute engagement here, active through the toes. Good. Shifting the weight forward, tucking around through the spine, bringing the knee to the nose. Big inhale, float that back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, replace that right hand with the right foot. Drop the back knee, come into your low lunge. Option to add the blanket underneath that left knee if you need it. Oh, catch your breath. Feel that hip flexor opening. And just be sure that right knee is still tracking over the toes. Allow the arms to be strong, but the shoulders to be relaxed. Good. Take those hands down and step that right foot back, plank. Lower down chaturanga or variation. And back bend of your choice. Big inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing. Paddle out those feet. Really dig into those calves, into those Achilles. Maybe even the bottoms of the feet. Get a little stretch there. And planting through that left heel, inhale, right toes rise. Shift the weight forward, plank with that right leg up. And exhale, draw that knee in, replace that hand, come into your crescent, high lunge on the right side. Ground the back heel, open up the hips towards the left, warrior two. So the idea is to have the front heel in line with the back arch. If this doesn't work for you, don't feel like you have to stick with that. Sometimes it's easier to have the back leg forward a little bit. And then of course, if you've got some knee issues, you can come in a little bit. Keeping that gaze over that right middle finger, allow the shoulders to be soft. Arms are strong. Once you've got your bearings, got your balance, go ahead and lift that right heel up off of the mat. Option to keep the heel lifted, or you can drop it. Go ahead and flip the palms, come into your reverse. And reach it back to your warrior two. See if you can keep that heel up, and we're just going to gently try to come down as far as we can. So if you're up here on top of the thigh, that's perfectly fine. Or if you want to tap the fingers towards the mat, that works too. Try to keep that heel up. Good. Keep that going. Do a few rounds on your own. Good. Exhaling as you reach down, inhaling as you come back to warrior. Good, so we're gonna hold here for a moment. Try to keep that heel up, you got it. Keep the chest open, keep lifting up through that left arm. Hips are low. All right, release that heel, come back into that warrior two for just a moment. And cartwheel those hands down. Step that right foot back, plank. Chaturanga variation of your choice. And back bend of your choice. Take those hips back, child's pose. Wiggle those hips side to side. Shift it forward to your plank. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale those left toes up towards the sky. Press that right heel into the mat. Shifting the weight forward, tuck the knee to the nose. Nice big squeeze, inhale, rise. Exhale, knee to nose, nice squeeze. Inhale, rise. And exhale, squeeze that through, replacing that left hand with the left foot. Dropping the back knee, low lunge. I'm gonna lower this arm. You keep them both up. I just want to be able to look at you. So we're really opening up the hip flexors on that right side. Nice long line from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head. Be sure to watch the chest here. Sometimes we kind of want to bow into it. It can feel really good to open that chest, but we do want to keep that nice strong core strength. Last breath here. And send those hands down. Walk that left foot back, plank. Chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. Hips up and back, downward facing. Ooh, shake that out if you need to. Pressing that right heel in towards the mat. Big inhale, float the left toes. Shifting the weight forward to your plank. Keep that left leg at a hover. And exhale, draw that through. Come into your crescent, left side. I'm gonna turn so I can face you here. So strong. Good, grounding that back heel. Come into your warrior two towards the left. Watch your heel alignment, but do what works for you. Keeping those shoulders stacked on top of the hips. Good, big inhale, reverse, flip the palms. And exhale, come back to that warrior. Option here to bring that left heel up off the mat. Good, so we're gonna go through that sequence. Go ahead and start to reach down. As far down as you wanna go is perfect. Try to keep the heel up off the mat. Inhaling, lifting, and exhaling, lowering. Find your pace. What's your face doing? Relax your jaw, relax the space between the eyebrows. Give yourself a little smile if that helps you relax the face. Good. When you're ready, go ahead, hold here for a moment. Try to keep that heel up. Lots of big leg muscles working. We've got the hamstrings, inner thighs, quads. Oh yeah. Good, go ahead, come up, release that heel towards the mat. Oh, good. One more reverse here. And cartwheel those hands down. Back to plank, left foot steps back. Lower down, chaturanga or variation. Back bend of your choice. Hips back, child's pose. Good, find some length in the spine here. Really press down towards the floor with your hips and tailbone. And reach that crown of the head nice and long. Breathing into the low back. Breathing into the mid back. All the way way through the upper back to the tops of the shoulders, through the neck. And let that all go. Good. Shift the weight forward back to that tabletop. I'm going to come to face you. You stay where you are. So we're just going to gently start to walk that right hand over. You can actually walk it if you want to, towards the right. Shifting it so that the right hip is stacked over the right knee, right shoulder over the wrist. Shoot that left leg out, come into your Parigasana gate pose. Lift that left arm up, gaze lifts. Good. When you're ready, you can invite some movement in here. So maybe stretching that left arm towards the right. Maybe you can make a big old circle with that arm. Feeling it, the extension all the way from the left hip to the tip of the left toes. Good. Use that core strength. Reach that left arm overhead. Release the right hand from the mat. Reverse your gait. And exhale, bring that back down. Lift up that left leg. You can keep the toes pointed or active, flexed. And you can drop that left knee, left hand swings around, and just walk those hands forward a little bit and come into puppy. So the hips are stacked over the knees and the chest starts to melt towards the mat. Take it easy, walk those hands back up, back to your tabletop, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. So walk that left hand out to the side, shoot those right toes out to the side, and open it up. After a moment, once you catch your stance, you can start to reach that right hand around. Maybe take a big old circle. Do try to keep the shoulder away from that ear. If you're circling, you can switch it out. And then using that core strength, reach that right arm up overhead. Allow that left side to lift, reverse your gait. And release that back down. As the hand up comes to touch the floor, let those right toes float. And dropping that knee, scoop it onto your center and allow those hands to come back. You can actually just come into a full child's pose here. Beautiful. Shift that weight forward, back into your plank. Chaturanga variation. And back bend. Good. Tuck toes, downward facing. Oh, hold here in your down dog. Remember to keep that belly button tucked up and in. And slowly but surely walk those feet up towards the palms to the top of your mat. Good. Release the arms, upper body. Big inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Forward fold. Good. This is our first forward fold, so just kind of hang out here. Start to feel those hamstrings open up.
The legs do not have to be straight. You'll notice mine are a little bent here. And good. Start to soften the knees and tuck that belly button up, and then vertebra by vertebra start to roll it up. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. And exhale, come into heart center. All right, good. So we're gonna briefly come into a chair. Start to sink that tailbone. Nice long line, crown through tailbone. And if it feels okay on the shoulders, you can start to bring the arms up overhead. As we inhale, we're going to be lifting, reaching those hands up, straightening the legs. And exhale, fold. Swan dive down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, start to drop that tailbone, lift up the chest, chair. This time as we inhale and straighten that left leg, the right knee lifts with us towards the chest. Good, active through those right toes, start to shift that right leg back. So we want to maintain our nice tall spot posture here. Thumbs should be pointing towards the back of the room. Allow the arms to fall, palms facing towards the ceiling. Good, so as you exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together using the thumbs as guides and lifting up through that left leg. Allow the glute to be working here. Good, shift that through, allow the pinkies to touch in front of the body, lifting the right toes up towards those hands. And exhale, squeeze those back. Thumbs towards the back of the room, use that right glute. Good, shifting it forward, big exhale, pinkies drawing together, toes up. Inhale, thumbs back, open up the chest, right foot back. Good, draw that right knee in and up towards the chest. And you can either stay here or straighten that right leg for your hand to big toe pose. So I'm not so worried right now. You'll notice I'm kind of bowed over this leg. I don't care that you're up here and the spine's straight. We want to actually make this a balancing hamstring stretch. And if you fall, just come right back in. Act like it never happened. Good, so if it helps you, remember that left knee can be a little bit bent just to help you kind of ground a little bit. And when you're ready, you can start to allow the nose to come down towards the knee. Ooh, that was a nice pop. Good, bend that knee and allow that right leg to come down. Shake that out. Give yourself a little wiggle. And inhale the arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, step or jump back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga of your choice. Back bend of your choice. Tuck toes, downward facing. Good, press that mat away. Really lifting up through the tailbone, pressing the heels down. Gently start to walk it up towards the hands. Take your time, lifting that tailbone up. Use that lower belly. Lots of core work going on here. And then once you come to the top, big inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees, ragdoll it up. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hands back down. lower those hips, come into your chair pose. Good, breathe. If you want more of a challenge, you're gonna come a little bit deeper into that squat. Good, inhale, reach that up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Start to lower the hips, lift the chest, back to your chair. This time as we sit up or stand up nice and tall, we're gonna draw that left knee towards the chest. Allow the arms to drop. I'm gonna face you this time. Keep them relaxed as much as you can. Thumbs are drawing towards the back of the room. And we'll start to shift that left leg through, active through the toes, press that heel up, press into the glutes, and draw those shoulder blades together. Arms are straight. Oh, good. Squeeze that back body all together. Keep that posture nice and tall. And then exhale, draw the pinkies together. Left toes, swing through, lift up those toes towards the pinkies. Good, squeeze it all back. Exhale, squeeze that through. Ooh, good. Bring it back. Good, squeeze that through. One more time, take it back. And exhale, squeeze that through. And you can draw that knee up towards the chest. Hold for a moment. And so again, option to hold here, or you can grab that foot, come into your hamstring stretch. Now, if you're like me and you're on carpet here, guys, this is a lot harder on your balance. So just take it easy with yourself. Remember, a lot of things are in your control, but a lot of things are not in your control. And it's okay to accept wherever you are at any given minute. Sometimes it changes day to day, sometimes it changes every minute. Just take it easy, do your best. This is pretty challenging. Good, gently float that foot back down. Inhale the arms up. Oh, give yourself a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. And exhale, hinge and bow, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, plant the palms, step or jump back plank. Lower down, chaturanga. And back bend of your choice. Hips back, child's pose. Good, shift that side to side. Keeping track of my time over here. Beautiful. Shift that weight forward, coming back into your plank. And hips up and back, downward facing dog. Slowly drawing that right foot up. We're gonna bring it outside that right pinky. So we're at a bit of an angle here. I'll show you from the front too. So we're bringing it right outside that pinky on that right side. Yep, all right. So that back knee can be dropped down onto the mat. And I invite you to just keep pressing the mat away, press the shoulders away from the ears, and rock those hips side to side. And if that doesn't feel good, then just kind of hang out in center. And you can start to make your way as far down into your lizard as you would like to go today. if being up here on the elbows works for you, heck, if you're still up here and that feels great, then just hang out there. Or you could even kind of bring the chest all the way down, and that right knee might fall out to the side a little bit, and that's okay. Just be careful on that ankle. Make sure the knee is still over the toes. And start to make your way up. Plant the palms. Draw that sole of the foot back down to the earth if it came up. Tuck the left toes. Lift the back of that left knee. And right leg comes back, plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Back bend of your choice. Good, so we're gonna hold this back bend for a moment here and just allow that front body to be soft and relaxed. We're letting our triceps and upper back do the work for us. And just gently start to, with control, come down to your belly. You can relax one cheek to the mat and just shake those hips out. Good. Let's take a nice big inhale. Press the chest back up off the floor. We're drawing the elbows in towards the rib cage. Exhale. Let the other cheek come down to the mat. Shake those hips out. And press back to your child's pose. Tuck the toes, shift it forward to plank. Hips up and back, downward facing. So we'll do the same on the left here. We'll draw that left foot outside the left pinky at a 45. Allow that right knee to drop down towards the mat. And if it feels okay on the hips, you can start to sway it side to side. Good. And when you're ready, you can take it down as far as you want to go today. Same rules apply on this side. Listen to your hips. Do what feels right. And if you get to the point where that foot comes off the mat a little bit, just be sure the knee is still tracking over the toes. And what I mean by that is like you don't have your toes doing this or like that. So it's still one nice long line in the leg. Gently start to work your way back up, planting through the palms. Allow that knee to come back in if it fell out to the side. Tuck the right toes. Take that left foot back. Lower down chaturanga. If you're tired of chaturangas, that's totally fine. Just do your thing. Meet me in a back bend, and we'll start to lower that chest down to the mat. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. So this time we're actually going to let the brow come onto the mat and allow the back of the neck to be kind of long like that. So you're kind of lifting up, drawing the shoulders down and back. This can be really good if you've got tech neck, you know, if you're kind of constantly hovering over a screen, your head's really heavy and your neck's doing a lot of work to kind of hold it with gravity. So this is really nice. It's offering support for your head, but also helping the neck strengthen a little bit. Good. Keep that core engagement. Press those hips back, child's pose. And you can shift it to your tabletop. Allow the hips to fall to one side and just draw those legs out in front. Give yourself a little wiggle, shake those legs out. And you can even kind of shift that weight, get some of that extra flesh out from underneath the sits bones. Oh, good. So let's just take a moment, enjoy the fact that we're on the floor, enjoying the heat in our body. And we still want to be active here. We're not really relaxing. You'll notice that it's a lot harder to sit like this than it would seem. So if we're still pulling long through the crown of the head, it's requiring lower belly engagement. Our toes are active, so our lower legs are working and quads are working to keep us stable. And if you would like, you can even draw that belly in even more. Really tuck the navel towards the spine. And you'll notice this is pretty challenging. Good. Inhale. Reach those arms up overhead. And exhale, forward fold over those legs. You can grab whatever you can get a hold of. So maybe you're at the shin, maybe you're at the heels. And if this is really tough for you, you can even bring the hands behind to brace your back a little bit and allow the chest to drop towards the knees. Good. As you inhale, we're going to bring the right hand inside the left foot. And the left hand's going to swoop back, using that momentum to lift that left leg. So good, good. Yep, we're gonna lift up tall through the spine, reach that left hand back. Toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. We've got a nice little twist here. It feels pretty good. And we can gently lower that back down, and using that left hand this time, we'll take the right hand behind and allow that right foot to float off the mat. Really reach with those right fingertips, allow the twist in the spine. And drawing that back down. Go ahead and enjoy your forward fold for just a moment. And you can slowly start to make your way back up to seating. Draw those feet together, soles of the feet are touching. And if this is a bit much, remember you can always, I know you can't really help but to bounce them sometimes, can't you? So if that's too much, you can have the blocks up under the knees. And you can play with the height there too, so if you need to have it kind of longer like that, that's totally fine. Whatever works for you. Good, so once you're situated, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, drop that chest over the toes. Inhale, lifting back up, take that left hand back behind the left hip. Right hand draws to that left knee. Big inhale, lift up. And exhale, twist towards the left. One more inhale, lift up tall. And exhale, twist a little bit more. Gently release. And inhale up nice and tall. Exhale, fold over those toes. Inhale, lift up. Right hand comes behind the right hip. Left hand to that right knee. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Beautiful. Gently release. Take those legs back out in front. Give yourself a little wiggle. And slowly, taking your time, come on down. All the way down to your mat. Good. And once you get there, wiggle out those legs again. Wiggle out the arms. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale. And let that go. Good. One more inhale. Wiggle it out. And let's draw the knees up towards the chest. You can allow them to plant right under the hips. Let them hang side to side. Windshield wiper those legs. And letting them come back to center. Squeeze those knees up to the chest. And you can start to just make a big old circle. Switch out your circle. Allow the whole spine to be heavy against the mat. And you can either squeeze the knees to the chest, give yourself a little hug here, or if you're comfortable with it, you can open it up to your happy baby. Get a little hip opener there. If you chose happy baby, well, actually either way, you can just rock it side to side. And one at a time, release those legs back down to the mat. And let's inhale, raise the arms up overhead. Take a nice big full body stretch. And as you exhale, we'll draw the right hands towards the right so that upper body's kind of going that way. Right toes are going towards the right wall. Allow that left side body to open up. Maybe you can get into the shoulders here, the lats, hips, sides, all of that good stuff. If you want a little bit more, you can cross that left leg over the right ankle. And gently walk that back center. Take it towards the left. Feel that right side body open up. Hips are firmly plugged into the mat. Remembering you can cross that ankle if you need a little bit more. gently unwind, release back to the center. And you can either bring the arms down or leave them up overhead. It's up to you. Let's take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more, and as we do this, just like we did in the beginning, this time we're not really thinking much about our day and lives. I want you to think about tension in the body. You're breathing in the tension. You're exhaling all of that out. Take any final poses you need to finish your practice, or get out any final fidgets. And start to settle in. Enjoy your final Shavasana. Start to bring life back into the body. Feel free to pause here if you would like to take a few more minutes in your Shavasana. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes, roll out the ankles and wrists. And take a big inhale through the nose, stretch that belly up towards the sky. Exhale. One more, really push that belly up. Fill it up all the way. And exhale, let it go. And when you feel like it's time, roll onto your favorite side. Just rest your head on your arm. I'm so glad you got the chance to take a moment for yourself today. Bravo to you for doing that for yourself. Remembering that when we take time for ourselves, we take the time to fill our cups back up. It can inspire other people to do so as well. And over time, everybody just becomes a little bit happier when they can take that time to fill their cup back up. Because we all know you cannot pour from an empty cup. When you're ready, use that hand that's pressing into the mat. Push yourself up. Come into a comfortable seat. And allowing the shoulders to be soft. Eyes can stay open or closed. Take a big inhale, draw the arms up overhead. Exhale, bring those hands to the third eye. And namaste. Thank you so much, guys. I can't wait to see your faces again. I miss you so much, but I'm still happy to get to be able to connect with you this way. So please give us thoughts, emails. We'd love to hear from you. We miss you. Don't feel like you're bugging us. We'd love to talk to you. So anyway, have a great rest of your day. Bye.